gosh, this is going to suck up so much of my data. But hello, everyone, for tuning in. Yo, so I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm on the AT&T phone. I have service. Good service in here. Let's see it. Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Oh, you're fine. Thank you. Hello, welcome everybody to the chat. Hello. Yang Gang from Hawaii. Hello from Pittsburgh. Yang 2020. We are here for Andrew Yang's meet and greet in Stellar, South Carolina. Oh, man. Okay, we're gonna do something real quick here. Hello from Oregon. Hello. There's a Twitch streamer right there. Wow. Right there. Wow. Hello. Welcome in. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello from Miami. Wow, Joey, Brandon. Hello. Hello, Hong. Hello, Susan, supporting from Missouri. Oh, Trump's here. Jilly. Wow, Trump. Wow. Yang my in-laws this weekend in Arizona. Glad to hear it. Yo, come here. No, stand in front.
Stand in front of it?
You're on the Zach and Matt Show YouTube channel right now. Yeah. What's up? No, come say hi. Don't be shy. Yeah. How'd you learn about Andrew Yang?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan? Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. No. If you don't mind, I'm gonna use you for a promotion.
Oh, okay.
My goal right now is to get.
Can I go around? Can you see this?
Yeah. My goal right now is to get these shirts that say. They get this. Say. Where it all began, episode 1245.
It's dope.
Andrew Yang, the only candidate.
Yo.
YouTube comment
That's
section.
good. Did you make those?
No, these got sent to me from the campaign.
Oh.
But then what I'm going to try to do is get them signed because we're doing this. I don't know if you saw on like Twitter or anything like that. We're doing this.
Oh, the Yang Game.
Yeah, the Yang Game fundraising competition. So, if you guys found out about Andrew Yang from Joe Rogan and want to get this shirt, which is going to be signed by Andrew Yang, then what you have to do is go to theyanggame.com right now and donate. All your donations count directly towards the $3 million goal. The only thing is they help get us access to these events. Like, it was crazy. Earlier, like, we're in the, were you watching the stream at all?
I was driving.
Yeah. It's like a very small room with like a table, like double the size of that, and Andrew's just sitting down with like 10 people in like the local women's black caucus or something.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, and it's just like crazy to me that I'm able to get inside those events and film, and it's because if we donate and raise money, they see like the value. So that's why it's important to donate through our link, and then.
Oh, these are like news teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way. I was like, this is way more high tech than what
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, we'll see, because they're just filming. I'm live streaming. This is live. We have 189 people watching, and that doesn't even include everyone that's on Yang stream. Yeah.
Wait, is this on YouTube or what?
YouTube. So all the other events today were on Twitch, but I wanted to do one on YouTube That way I actually have like something to upload.
That's probably also like where most of your viewer base is, right?
Yeah. I mean, Ted probably has like 4.2 thousand followers, and not to throw shade on Ted, I have like 30,000. I want to do one thing for the YouTube, but the cool thing is, what he can do on Yang Stream is he can then just overlay this video, so everyone on Yang Stream keeps getting the same experience. It's just hosted off YouTube. The only bad thing is going to kill my data. What is the population of sellers?
Dude, probably like in the 4 digits for sure.
Let me look. We're currently in seller. See, I don't even have service on this phone.
Here, I got you.
Yikes. Yeah, but this guy, his username's Jockstraps. Very appropriate.
So my normal username is like Jocks on or something like that. But what's it called? I was like 15 when I made it, so I was like Jockstraps. That's funny.
Nah, that's cool.
206.
The population of this town is 206 people, and Andrew Yang doesn't skip it. He's out here.
That was on Twitter. That's cool. Hey.
Thank you, Deborah, for the $10 donation to Andrew Yang. How do I put on the
Is he gonna bring that truck?
Yeah, that's Fred's truck. Fred's. So he's not here, but
that's fine though.
yeah, that's okay. The good thing is like there's always like some YouTuber or like digital media person, like not the normal news media. No offense to the normal news media, who's like here to film something. But thank you, Deborah, for the $10 donation.
There's probably more people in this one room than there are people in Sellers. For being real.
Yeah.
What's up? Let's read the chat. Thanks for hosting this.
No problem. Thank you for watching. This is what we want you to do, though. We want you to donate to the Yang.
Watching both streams.
Oh shoot. The Yang.
Oh, that's difficult.
It is. Yang game dot com.
Do you want to log in
Alright,
on my phone or anything?
Oh, I spelled it wrong. I said the yangbavame.com. Yeah.
Well, that's on YouTube. I don't think I'm subbed to you on YouTube. I think I just get it on the. I think I get it on the. The home feed.
Yeah.
Everything just pops up there. Let me check where he is. Oh, never mind. I'm on here. I just checked. I thought what if I Inception?
Thank you so much, Yangbot1385. Watching from Japan. Wow. I got it. I'm on this phone. This phone got internet again. Like that. Yeah, dude. Get your book signed. Get your selfie. Get your handshake and get your 10 words in, and try not to embarrass yourself like I always do.
I'm really wondering about, like, I've looked at all his policies and stuff, and I've never, out of all 160, I haven't seen anything about space or NASA or anything.
Oh, I got the perfect video for you.
Really?
Yeah, so you go on. Yeah, I'll let you do it.
What's it called?
Zach and Matt show, and then just put in like Space Force.
Put it on my watch over there. Which one? Oh shit, this is all freaking.
Maybe just search within the channel. Yo, Ted. Just go to the channel and search Space Force. You're good on Twitch side? Okay, cool. Sounds good. See ya. Wow, Yang Gang.
Is it possible to search? I think that's just a YouTube. Queens, New York.
There you go.
What's the gist of it?
He likes Space Force, and I kind of forget. He talked about like who would fund, like whether more funding for NASA. I think he talked about like working like more like on the private industry.
Okay, like SpaceX.
Yeah, SpaceX.
That's probably
what's
a
the
little
other
bit of
one
influence
that?
from Elon, though.
Yeah. What's the other one that Bezos does? Like Origin or Blue?
Like Blue, yeah, something Blue.
Blue Origin?
Blue.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it?
that's what it is.
Yeah. Watching from Australia, love from India. This is the crazy thing. There's so much international support for Andrew Yang because it seems like the folks outside the U.S. get it more than the folks inside the U.S.
Dude, do the people from India phone bank? I feel like
Maybe a lot of them do.
yeah.
This is an open door event. This is a public event, which is why I'm streaming it on YouTube instead of Twitch. But I'm gonna try to upload all the other events we did because it's recorded on a server, but then it's like sometimes like the audio is messed up. It's like off the phone. Oh.
Yeah. The audio is kind of hard to hear on the women's like Black Caucus or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
thing that you didn't record.
So like what we need to do is we need to get an external microphone that somehow attaches into this and then
Hook it up to
yeah. Well, I don't think he would let us go that far. But just getting like something that could an external microphone that actually
Can I bug you guys for one more second?
For sure, you're on the Zach and Matt show right now. What is your name?
Kristen.
Kristen. So how did you learn about Andrew Yang?
My husband showed me the Joe Rogan podcast, and then we
Another
watched-
Joe Rogan podcast.
But what sold me was
Ben Shapiro. So you lean more to the right?
no, I just like a man who can take on hard questions.
Okay.
Because Ben Shapiro's a smart guy.
Yeah, I agree.
He took those questions very, very well. Could I possibly get a picture of you guys when this is over?
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to have some remarks from the illustrious mayor of Southern South Carolina. Mayor Hopkins, if you'll come on up. He's going to do our introduction today. But again, thank you guys for traveling and coming out.
Andrew Yang.
And most of you know, I'm not a career politician. I'm an entrepreneur and problem solver. I was the last guy that anyone thought was running for president. have the Yang household where it's like, oh, you're president. That's not the way it was going down. I have the fashion choices to prove it too. I spent the last 7 years running a nonprofit that I started that helped create several thousand jobs around the country in Birmingham, New Orleans, Detroit, Cleveland, St. Louis. And that's when I started to realize just how badly things were going in a lot of the country. Where you go to many of these communities and it felt like the water level had risen. And the water level in some communities means literal water. And I know that this community has been hit hard. But in other places, it's an economic tide that has washed away millions of manufacturing jobs, particularly in the Midwest and the South. And if you look at the driving force behind Donald Trump's victory in 2016, to me it was these economic changes. And so that's why I'm running for president. I said, look, I get it. We blasted away 4 million manufacturing jobs, including about 90,000 right here in South Carolina. And when a town loses its manufacturing jobs, the shopping center closes, people start to leave, the school shrinks, the tax base goes in the wrong direction. And in those situations, you start thinking, why is this not working for me? To me, one of the main reasons Donald Trump won is that people are fed up with a lack of real accountability out of Washington, D.C. But we're together in a magical place, South Carolina, where you all can change the course of history really, really quickly. It's not true for most of the country. Most Americans look up and they see our government has been bought and sold, pipes is clogged full of millions of dollars of lobbyist cash, and there's not much they can do about it. But you all can. Do you want to join me in flushing the pipes clean? That's what got me to run for president. I saw it, I saw the pipes, I looked at our system, and I said, wow, this is a disaster. And our mainstream politicians, for whatever reason, either don't understand or don't want to talk about the enormity of the economic transformation we're in the midst of. You've seen me speak. You know that I'm concerned that 30% of America's stores and malls are closing before our eyes. Have stores been closing in this part of South Carolina? And why is that? Amazon, that's right. One word answer. Amazon soaking up $20 billion in business every year. How much did Amazon pay in federal taxes last year? That is your math, South Carolina. 20 billion out, 0 back. 30% of your stores and malls closed. Most common job in the state and in the country, retail clerk. 39-year-old woman making between $9 and $10 an hour. When her store or mall closes, what is her next move going to be? Good. Unemployment, food stamps. How many of you all know a truck driver here in South Carolina? My friends in California are working on trucks that can drive themselves. They say they're 5 to 10 years away. They just had a self-driving truck make a cross-country trip from California to Pennsylvania. They transported 20 tons of butter. I have no idea why it was butter. Parachute doing up like self-driving butter truck. Maybe. What is that going to mean for the 3.5 million Americans who drive a truck for a living when the robot trucks actually start hitting the highways in earnest? Or the 7 million Americans who work in truck stops, hotels, and diners that rely upon truckers getting out and having their meals? We're in the 3rd inning of the greatest economic transformation in our country's history, what experts are calling the 4th industrial revolution. When's the last time you heard a politician say the word 4th industrial revolution? Just now. I think I managed to squeeze it in on the debate. Clearly trying to let Americans know it's like, hey, it's on your imagination. So these are the changes that drove Donald Trump into office. These are the changes that are set to accelerate and take off when artificial intelligence hits the market in earnest. When you all call the customer service line of a big company and you get the software, you do the same thing I do, which is you count 0, 0, 0, say, 2 or 3 short years, that software is going to sound like this. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? What can I do for you? It'll be fast, seamless, efficient. You might not even know it's software unless you're paying really close attention. And you don't need artificial intelligence to serve that function. You just need a whole series of voice prompts and some software and a decision tree. The software will be able to detect changes in your tone of voice, so it can tell you're getting mad. is that going to mean for the 2.5 million Americans who work in call centers right now making $14 an hour?
Out of jobs.
Yeah, these changes are speeding up more and more. And these are the changes we need to address collectively as fast as possible. Unfortunately, the feedback mechanism between us, the people of this country, and the government is down broken. Because the fact is, they succeed whether we succeed or fail. If things go badly in our communities, DC just gets richer and richer. Washington, DC today is the richest city in this country. How many of you knew that? Yeah, the richest city in this country. What do they produce? And I have to say, my least favorite aspect of becoming your president will be moving to DC. I just don't like the town anymore. You know, like the people, it's not just, so wealth is not itself intrinsically problematic, though you want it to be such that they actually produce something that actually generated the wealth. Instead, they're just like spiders, like crouching in the Capitol, you know, like. So there are a lot of things we need to do. We need to have term limits for the people you send in. Now, 2 senatorial terms or 6 congressional terms, 12 years. 12 years is enough time to get something done. If you can't get it done in 12 years, you're done. So that would change the incentives for legislators because we can't, frankly, let them make a career out of crouching in DC, like hoovering up the money. We have to send them to DC to do their jobs and then come home. They have to know that this is home, not there. So this is the vision. You send someone in who has 0 corporate backing, that's me. And I joked in the last stop, it's like, of course the companies wouldn't send the anonymous Asian guy no one's ever heard of. That'd be a pretty bad idea in the boardroom. Be like, what are we gonna do with them? Take some guy out of total obscurity, send him out. It was actually someone in DC. So I spent 7 years running this nonprofit that created thousands of jobs. I saw that this fourth industrial revolution was taking off. And I still didn't run for president immediately. I went to DC and I said, what are we gonna do? What do you think the folks in DC said to me when I said, what are we gonna do to help our people manage this transition?
Nothing.
Number 1, can't talk about this. I'm a little verbatim, can't talk about it. Number two, we should study this further. Number 3, we must educate and retrain all Americans for the jobs of the future. And I said, how many of you ever heard a politician say something like, we need to educate and retrain all Americans? And I said, okay, that sounds halfway responsible, but I looked at the studies. Do you all want to guess how effective the government-funded retraining programs were?
0 to 15%.
Yeah, 0 to 15%. They're a total dud. And so when I said that to the folks in DC, their response was, well, I guess we'll get better at it. And then they went back to their lunch. One person said something in DC that brought me here to you all today. He said, Andrew, you're in the wrong town. No one here is going to do anything about this because fundamentally, this is a town of followers, not leaders. And the only way we will do something about it is if you were to create a wave in other parts of the country and bring that wave crashing down on our heads. Yes. That was 2 years ago, South Carolina, and I said, challenge accepted. And you all are the wave. This is the wave. We're in a place where you can flush the pipes clean and actually turn our country in a new direction as quickly as possible. That's the magic of campaigning here in South Carolina. That's why I love it so much. Most of the countries go and they've essentially given up. They're like, there's nothing I can do, there's nothing my vote can do. Americans are smart. They're generally right. There's not much most Americans can do, but you can do a great, great deal. Because this race is going to be totally up in the air when it comes to you all in just, gosh, what is it, like 8 weeks? Yeah. You know, like the history of this country is going to get written in the next 8 weeks. It's wild. And the people here in South Carolina are going to make your voices heard and keep our country hopefully heading in the right direction. Not the right direction we're going now, the right direction because after the Yang Gang shocks the world,
That's right.
I am world.
That's right.
So the question is, what is the vision that we have to take to the rest of the country? What do we have to do? It boils down to, if it's not working for you, it's not working. Where right now your communities are getting sucked dry and depleted. It's not just Amazon and the self-driving trucks and the AI is going to do the call center work and the fact that your stores and malls are closing and the people in DC just keep getting richer and fatter. It's the fact that we've confused economic value and human value at this point in America. And we say to people, hey, if your job has disappeared, then figure it out. If your town has lost its economic purpose, that's on you. Maybe you should move. Like things like that are the subtext of much of the response you're getting, because in our government now, they all see us as inputs into the giant capital efficiency machine. And that is what we have to reverse. We have to say the purpose of this economy is us. If it's not working for us, what is the point? What is the point of being the richest country in the history of the world if our people are more and more stressed out, depressed, financially insecure, burdened with student loan debt if they're fortunate enough to attend college, drug prices through the roof, drug overdoses, record highs, suicides are record highs? Does that sound like a successful economy to you all?
No.
You have corporate profits at record highs while our life expectancy is going down. Our life expectancy has declined for the last 3 years in a row. First time in 100 years that's happened. Last time that happened was the Spanish flu of 1918, a global pandemic that killed millions. You have to go back that far to find another period in American history where our life expectancy declined 3 times in a row. It's actually highly unusual for life expectancy to decline ever in a developed country. It ordinarily just keeps going in the same direction, up. Because you get richer, you get stronger, you get healthier. But not in America. America went down and then down and then down again. Any guess as to what it's going to do in this 4th year? So this is the rewiring of the economy that we all must do together. We must say, look, corporate profits are not the measurement of how my family's doing, my community's doing. It's irrelevant. Stock market prices, also irrelevant. What are the 3 big numbers that they beat us up with in the media as to how we're doing? What do they say? GDP, they'd be like, ooh, like it's up, it's down, right? Headline unemployment rate, and stock market prices. Those are the big 3, right? GDP, even the inventor of GDP said 100 years ago, this is a terrible measurement of national well-being, we should never use it that. That was 100 years ago that guy said that. And here we are riding it off a cliff 100 years later. If you have a natural disaster that flattens a town, that's actually positive for GDP because you have to spend money and resources rebuilding the town. Do you know that's the way GDP works? Yeah, that's the way it works.
Yes.
No wonder it's a terrible measurement of national well-being. Stock market prices, the bottom 80% of Americans own 8% of stock market. The bottom 50% own essentially 0. So why do you care about a measurement that corresponds to essentially the top 5th of your population? Like, who cares? And headline unemployment, it obscures the fact that millions of us have dropped out of the workforce. It obscures the fact that many of us are doing 2 or 3 temp jobs to try and cobble together a stable income. It obscures the fact that if you are, again, are fortunate enough to attend college, there's a 40 to 44% chance you're doing a job that doesn't require a college degree, even though you still owe tens of thousands of dollars in loans. None of that shows up in the headline unemployment rate. Even Donald Trump, when he was running for president, what did he say? Unemployment rate is fake news, remember that?
Right.
He said this number is garbage. Let's drop me on the workforce. Now he became president, and what happened?
Now it's
Now the number is somehow real. He was right when he was the candidate. It is fake news. It was fake news then, it's fake news now. What we have to do is we have to take these measurements and look at them and say, these do not correspond to how people in South Carolina are doing. They correspond to how my family's doing. My wife is at home with our 2 boys right now, one of whom is autistic. How much does her work get calculated at in our economic measurements?
0.
0. That's right. We all know that's nonsense. We all know that that work is among the most important work that anyone's ever going to do. More important than the average hedge fund manager. And it's not just my wife's work as a parent. Caregivers for aging relatives, also 0. Volunteers, 0. Many artists, 0. Essentially all the things that we value the most as people, the market is zeroing out progressively. So the vision is of a trickle-up economy that works for us. And I know at some point you heard about this campaign as a campaign of the guy who wants to give everyone $1,000 a month. And the first time you heard that, what was your thought?
How to pay for it.
So, other thoughts, how do you pay for that?
Probably the good amount.
So the question is, who's winning in this economy? How the heck does $1 trillion tech company like Amazon pay zero in taxes? If you give us a tiny, tiny slice, our fair share of every Amazon sale, every Google search, every Facebook ad, eventually every robot truck mile, and every AI work unit, hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue day one. And then you put it into your hands here in Sellers, where do you spend the money?
Here.
Most of it here, right? You might get an extra blender at Amazon, you might get signups, and local nonprofits and religious organizations. This would make your economy stronger immediately, and it would reflect your values as a community, because the things that you care about is where the money would go. And the big guys don't lose out from this. You know, it's not, this is good for everyone. Amazon would get a little bit. Netflix would get a little bit. Citibank might get, I don't know what your local bank is. I mean, unfortunately, Community Bank probably got gobbled up by Bank of America X years ago. So, don't get me started. Anyway. So the $1,000 a month, while it seems far out initially, if we get our fair share of the 21st century economy, you can pay for it really quickly. Our data is now worth more than oil. How many of you saw that study or saw that fact somewhere? How many of you got your data check in the mail? Where did the data checks go? Facebook, Amazon, Google, tens of billions of dollars. And it's not just that they're profiting from us. They actually know us better than our friends and family know us. How many of you have gotten an ad where you're like, how the heck do you got like send that to me, right? Clearly reading our text messages, clearly reading our Facebook posts, clearly reading our emails, and then being like, how the heck did you know I was thinking about life insurance or whatever the heck like the ad is. And so it's not just the money, it's the fact that they're actually infiltrating our thinking. They're going to help us make decisions. They're going to say to us, like, hey, it's your decision, but they could have dozens of, or even hundreds of digital breadcrumbs that like led you there. This is what we have to reclaim. But the value is there. They're already profiting to the tune of tens of billions. We're just not seeing a dime of it. My plan is to say our data is ours, and if anyone profits from it, we should get our share. What do you think? So when you start thinking of it that way, the how do you pay for it question becomes, we're already paying for it. It's just we're not seeing it.
Exactly.
So the trickle-up economy, it starts with $1,000 a month to be transformative here in Sellers and in South Carolina. Would make many, many towns look more like college towns. Because college towns, what they have is they essentially have an economic base of money flowing in. And then if you go to a college town, what do you see? Small businesses, and the rest of it. We can make many, many more communities look like that with a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month for every American adult. It's good for everyone. And anyone who says we don't have the money, I'm the numbers guy. Man. Does anyone here remember voting for the $4 trillion bailout of Wall Street 10 years ago? Does anyone remember anyone saying, where are we going to get the money? No. They just slipped it in there. They were like, $4 trillion, here you go. And they called it quantitative easing so that we wouldn't notice. No, that was $4 trillion delivered to the major banks. And then we have the money, let's put it that way. Like, we are the richest society in the history of the world. I have been to the pillars of wealth in our society, and I have been to places that could use a boost. I have seen both extremes, and don't let anyone tell you that we don't have the resources, because we very, very much do.
Well, let me ask a question. You're going to keep on talking. So let me slow you down. If you become the president of the United States,
When?
which we're all hoping, yeah. The United States, what would be the first thing you would do for the small countries in the small towns, rural areas, and people that is lacking, that can't get the resource that they need? Because I know when you get in there, it's a lot that you will have to do to try to make what already messed up right. You probably think about it for a couple
I
of
think about it all
months.
the time.
Well, praise the Lord. But you know, I was just wondering for the small communities and small towns that really is rooting for you to try to get in office, would you forget them or would you just let them know that you do care about them, not only what they have and what they don't have, but as a small communities? Because you may not think, and I don't know, you may not see me no more, but I do want you to remember this right here. We are voting for you, and we are rooting for you, but we also, you got to take the Lord with you wherever you go. If you don't have him on your side, it won't work for you no way. You're going to have to take him with you. Now, I'm going to be a spiritual leader. Now, y'all ready? All right. But what I'm saying is, when you become president, which I hope great that you do, but you got the support that's down here in these small rural areas. But we just don't want you to just, not think about us and know that the need is here in South Carolina so bad.
You should know, my entire purpose of being there is to deliver for you all.
I love it.
I genuinely just want to get in there and clean it up and then put the value that should be going into our hands. And it's not just here in Southern South Carolina, there's small towns around the country.
Yes.
That feel left behind in
Yes.
Iowa and New Hampshire and Ohio and Arkansas, everywhere. And they're right. Right now, we serve the almighty dollar in this country. And we have to turn it around where the almighty dollar serves us.
Yes. Yes.
So I want you all to see the vision where I win the nomination, I beat Donald Trump, and then the Dems are so excited to have beaten Donald Trump that they're like, yeah, let's make some good things happen. And everyone will know that Andrew Yang won on the freedom dividend. It's right front and center. I'm the free money guy. Everyone knows it. That's true. So the Democrats and progressives will say, all right, let's get the dividend out there because it makes people and communities stronger, healthier, mentally healthier, gives kids a better chance to learn. And they'll be so eager to get big things done with the new Democratic president that this will be job number one. Now here's the kicker, Mayor Barbara. The Republicans and conservatives will look at this and say, wait a minute, do I keep the freedom dividend? The state that's had a dividend for almost 40 years is Alaska. It was passed by a Republican governor, a deep red state, who said, look, we've got oil money. Who would you rather get it, the government or you? And the Alaskan people said, us, and he said, I thought so. And they made that dividend happen where now everyone in Alaska is getting between $1,000 and $2,000 a year, wildly popular, and has created thousands of jobs. And Republicans in Congress will look up and say, this is a huge win for rural areas. This is a huge win for red states on the interior that are not benefiting from the 21st century economy. Are we really going to stand in the way of the new president and the dividend that everyone in my constituency would benefit from? And I don't need every Republican and conservative to get on board. This is just a law. You can get it done with 51 or 60%, depending upon whether the filibuster is in place. So to your question, how are we going to make it work for the people here in Sellers? I'm just going to be focusing on the dividend as soon as I get there. And everyone's going to know that I won on the dividend. Everyone knows that I'm going to have a mandate to pass the dividend. The American people are going to look up and say the dividend would be the best thing the government's ever done. And it's bipartisan. It's not a lefty idea. Among the people that have been for it, Milton Friedman, Richard Nixon, I'll say Elon Musk just for fun. I don't know. I don't know what Elon is. And Martin Luther King, and people, it's bipartisan. It's universal. So it's about making things work better for us. And one of the things I believe, government can solve some problems and has to solve lots of problems, but a lot of it is giving us the ability to solve our own problems. So, that is my mission. I just want to get in, rewrite the rules so they work for you all, and then go home and spend time with my family. anyways, I do not have a deep desire to crouch in DC. Like, I hate wearing tuxes. I hate, like all of the ceremony that's associated with it. I don't. I mean, I'll wear a tie if I'm forced to because, like, I'm meeting with like some foreign leader who's really into that stuff. But yeah, I don't really care about almost any of that stuff. Like, then someone said that like Yang's gonna work through his inauguration, and then I was like, I would prefer to work. But I know that I need to go to the inauguration.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to do work.
But you know what? You're the only person, and that's I'm talking small. He's the only person that came to this little small town and didn't wear his own name. He's wearing that. So you must know that. That's right. Well, you know, I do thank you. I kind of enjoy that we had somebody come to our little small town as being a normal person. And I like how you said he coming just as you are. That's how God wants you to come, just as you are. And people can perceive you better that way. But if you come all shirt and tie and telling this and telling that, it's not going to work for you. Because you can't fool people now like you used to. So this man comes just as who he is.
I grew up in a small town like this. My son here, which I'm proud of, at 16 years of age, took a lot of pride in educating himself, more so than a lot of us Americans, when it comes to what goes on in D.C. I've always tried to teach him, you know, work hard, you get paid for what you do, each and every day. I think D.C. has forgotten that they work for us, and that's the biggest message that's missing. Each and every one of us that get up and go to work. I grew up in a small community like this, several, where my mom was alone with 3 boys for food stamps. But I had an American dream. Went to school, served in the military, worked in the tech world for one of the largest cybersecurity companies in the world today, and been able to raise 2 kids and live in a home that I never dreamed I'd live in. And I'm a conservative, I'm a Christian. But I have to say, my son's turned me on to you.
Woo! Yes!
We drove down here 2 hours today. I gotta say, if someone can hold someone accountable, because the biggest problem we have is promises. And whether it's corporate America, as you know, Andrew, or it's in our daily life, we have great thoughts and strategies, but we don't execute on them. So we'll be voting for you as an independent in the election. I pray that you can get there and remind people that they work for us and we don't work for them.
Yeah.
Because I know each and every day if I don't perform, I lose my job.
That's right. Yes. That's right.
So God bless you.
Thank you. That was a beautiful story.
Yes.
Thank you to your son and your family, and for driving 2 hours. That's some good parenting. Yes, Miss.
I'm not going to stand up not because I'm shy, it's just because I think you should be standing. So I'm crying because we drove in from Wilmington, North Carolina. And we went through the hurricane a couple of years ago and while we were driving through here, I was just shocked that there's still places that are being taken care of. These poor people.
Thank you, Jesus.
These poor people in this town. We're trying to go find something to eat today. And these poor restaurants can't even use debit card machines because the stupid credit card companies charge them out. They didn't tell me this. I just know this. It's because they have to pay to have a credit card machine in their business. That's a problem.
Jesus.
And so my daughter turned me on to people. I already know about you, but she likes to. I hear about you every flip a day.
That's what we talk about.
speculative. There are communities here and in the Midwest and in New England that have already been devastated. And so many of those families and people are left high and dry. You know, and I know you can't draw a straight line between every natural disaster and climate change, but you can draw enough of a line where to me it's at this point like it's unacceptable that we're just letting people languish, and that includes the people in Puerto Rico where they got devastated. It's still in a terrible, like a terrible condition. It's the toughest when people start being a place. It's like it's really hard to rebuild because Puerto Rico lost tens and maybe hundreds of thousands of people. It's very hard to rebuild, like when some of your people start to leave, because you get there and you have empty businesses, empty homes. But thank you for expressing what so many of us feel about the fact that too many people.
Well, the big city of Wilmington looks great, but the outskirts of where the working people that come into Wilmington to serve us, that go to restaurants and hotels and stuff, the service industry people, we all have to live on the outside of the city because we can't afford to live inside the city.
Yeah, you have your eyes open. Like when you start seeing things clearly in this country, you realize just how broken it has become. And the folks in DC, they certainly don't think they work for us anymore. You know, I've been to that town enough where there's something very unfortunate and intoxicating about that town. Like where people get there and they just start to believe that everything they say is super important, and that they can get in front of a TV camera and like that's like actual like fuel for their career.
I've got to ask the simplified message. Most of us live on a budget, and even when I have excess money, I try to teach my kids about budget and checkbooks. You don't spend more than you make, right? But we have a government that has taken, which is our bank account. Someone once said this, people think the federal government has a bank account. No, it's our bank account, and they count on what we do in society and what we produce to fill that. So why shouldn't they be held accountable for creating a budget and paying down the debt? Because if they don't, they're gonna come back and knock on my door. And I'm
Or
sure,
your kid's door.
or his door. So I'm sure if I woke up his door, my sons or our children, but if some month I spend an extra $1,000 and this young lady here, I think I'm gonna make up Sue. Hey Sue, I spent an extra $1,000. I need you to write me a check. Would that be okay with you? She'd tell me to get lost, and then that's the thing that I struggle with the accountability, that they work for us. How do they make sure that they don't destroy this country any further as far as budgeting?
That's a very, very big summary of what's going on. That they've just racked up these incredible bills and left the next generation to pay for it. So if you're a young person, we've left you a real mess.
Yes.
And I'm going to do my best to clean it up for you all. Now, to me, having run businesses and organizations, if you have a shortfall financially, then you look at revenue, you look at expenses, and you look at a combination of those two. And to me, the biggest problem to me is a revenue problem. Where again, if we have trillion-dollar tech companies like Amazon paying zero, then of course you're going to be struggling. We have so much wealth in this society. If we just get a slice of that and put it into your hands, because the fact is 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Half or more can't afford an unexpected $500 bill. So you put this money into our hands, what are we going to do with it? We're going to spend a significant chunk of it like in the community in a way that's going to make our local businesses and nonprofits. And so the revenue problem to me is job one, and then the use of proceeds. Because and a lot of Democrats talk about this, they say, hey, we got to tax people. I don't disagree. But then what do you do with the money? It's like if you tax people, then the money frankly gets stuck in the pipes in DC. That doesn't really help us either. Like the move we have to make is to put the resource into our hands, make our community stronger. Donald Trump talked about draining the swamp. I want to distribute the swamp. By that, what I mean is, you've got all these agencies and employees in DC, which is one of the most expensive places in the country. Like, what if you were to take an agency and move it to Ohio? Distribute the swamp, all of a sudden the costs go down.
Right.
Saves taxpayers money. The government employees don't have to sit in hours of traffic and pay crazy prices in DC. And their decision making would improve because they're actually fairly normal Americans living in a fairly normal place. As opposed to right now, they live in this isolated bubble and the world just keeps on turning. regardless of what happens to us. So this is Distribute the Swamp. It's going to be good fun.
I have two questions. One, it was reported that of the current Democratic candidates, yours is the more conservative outlook on Medicaid for all. I wanted you to talk about that maybe, how you see that. And also, I love your democracy dollars idea. Is that only, is your idea that that would be the only money allowed towards campaign fund, like campaigning, or would corporate dollars and all the others still be allowed in addition to?
I'll start with the second. I want to overturn Citizens United and get more money out.
Yes.
It's right that everyone has democracy dollars and you get the corporate money out, then it genuinely becomes a contest of who gets the most people on their side.
Right.
I feel genuinely hurt that anyone would think I'm on the more conservative side of Medicare for all. Because I want there to be universal health care that's high quality and essentially free or near free. Like just the tiniest copay so that you have like a little bit of skin in the game if you show up. Like so you don't just go in and be like a zero. But other than that, healthcare should be a human right and not a cash grab for drug companies and device companies and insurance companies. And the big frustration we should all have, it's emblematic of what's going on in the country in other places, but the healthcare industry is not designed to make us stronger and healthier. It's designed to maximize revenue and profits for drug companies, insurance companies, and device companies. And you know this because of the numbers. We spend $3.6 trillion on our healthcare, twice as much as other countries, to worse results. 30% of it's waste, that's like $1 trillion. I'm gonna tell you a story that made me so angry. I was with a guy named Dean Kamen. How many of you have heard of Dean Kamen? He invented the Segway. Also invented motorized wheelchair to go upstairs. Total aside. I believe I got someone a motorized wheelchair free of charge, and it was like the greatest thing I did. Like I did that last week. When I called you, I was like, hey, I think it'd be great for your $30,000 wheelchair. Anyway, sorry, that was like my Santa Claus. So Dean Kamen has invented something that's a portable dialysis machine, which means that you can have dialysis in the comfort of your own home. It would increase people's quality of life, would save $100 million a year, because inpatient dialysis getting hooked up in one of those centers is very expensive. So of course now we have portable dialysis everywhere, right? No. The inpatient centers that make $100 million a year said, oh, we should try and make portable dialysis illegal because it's unsafe. And then Dean's like, it's actually safer. And they're like, no, unsafe. Because the system is not designed for quality care or patient well-being, it's designed to make those inpatient centers maximum revenue because the lobbyists have a stranglehold on the government. So that's what we have to break. My healthcare plan is designed to try and change the incentives for the providers. Because the providers right now profit based on activity. The more they do, the more they get paid. A study just came out that said that the health benefits of having a stent inserted into your heart are about the same as diet, exercise, and improved lifestyle. But of course, the stent is much, much more expensive. And so they're stenting a lot of Americans because it's a huge, huge money maker. Even though they sent people home, data says that we'd be the same. That's what we have to change. If you look at healthcare systems where the doctors get paid independent of the decisions they make, all of a sudden the prescriptions go down, the procedures go down, the level of revenue generating activity goes down. Because if you're a doctor getting paid the same, you're gonna be okay. Like, oh, do this, lifestyle change, lifestyle X, no need to insert something in your body, no need to cut you open, no need to do something crazy expensive. So that's where I am on healthcare, but I want to get the cost down, the access up. The only thing I differ with Bernie and to some extent Elizabeth on is that I don't think it's realistic to shift everyone off of private insurance in 0 days or 100 days, because that's literally half of Americans. If you were to, and in some cases, these Americans negotiated for their healthcare plans and gave up other stuff. They made decisions based upon that, in some cases years ago. So that's the only way I differ from them, but I'm very, very hell-bent on trying to change the incentives in our healthcare system.
If you as a nurse, sometimes I have to look at the insurance on my EMR to see what medicine I'm allowed to give this child or give you guys practice. I have to actually see what their insurance is, so we can decide what medicine they deserve. That should be a crime.
It should be.
That should be a crime. You know what else we should make illegal? Television ads for prescription drugs. Those ads serve no function except to make the drug companies more money and drive up the cost of drugs. Their other purpose seems to be to scare us with lists of horrifying side effects.
Do not take it from religion.
There are only 2 countries in the world that allow TV ads for prescription drugs. The United States of America and New Zealand. I have no idea why New Zealand. Well, maybe they also have some good drug lobbies. So I agree, you should be making decisions based upon the health of the patient. Am I right?
Yes.
That's where we have to go. And thank you for taking care of us.
Yes. I know it's not a question, but this man got cool. I mean, you know. But anyway, we got some books, and I do want him to sign for you all.
Yes.
And you know, get a book if you can. But I would like to say this right here. There's 14 states in the state of South Carolina that they don't want to expand Medicaid to people. I hope that's something that you're not against, and hope that's something that you will fight for the people in this country. Because we do need Medicaid for these people and when they can't afford the Medicare. So I hope that's something you will look into, because some 24,000 people that's in the state of South Carolina do not have Medicaid. They don't want to spend it for them.
I want to make our health and well-being a measurement of the economy. And so in that instance, then healthcare actually pays for itself very, very quickly. That's the problem, is you look at it again, it's like this brainwashing, it's like, oh, how do you pay for that, how do you pay for that? If you make our well-being the measuring stick, then paying for it becomes actual investment. And that's where we have to go. Your question's fantastic. You your hand up. Yes. Yeah.
I was actually asking, do you have any thoughts on, I'm sure you do, your long-term strategy for schools in your time here for 4 years, 8 years as president, thinking about like in South Carolina, the schools are like 40th in the country, public safety, they're like at 46, I think,
Are you in
in
education?
terms of, I'm a teacher, and just thinking about not even the shootings in terms of kids' mental health, I'm thinking more along the lines of actual tangible strategies.
Yeah, of course.
Like not just how the freedom dividend would benefit communities, but really, you know,
Sure.
what are some things we're gonna
Oh yeah, I have 2 boys who are 4 and 7. One's in public school, and one's in a special needs school. So number 1, we should pay teachers more. That's not a feel-good thing. That's in the data.
Yeah.
Good teacher, work your way through.
right.
Number 2, we need to lighten up on standardized tests.
Yes.
You know, we invented the SAT during World War II as a means to identify which kids we did not want to send to the front lines. And now we treat our kids like every year is wartime. Oh, yeah. What do we do with that? So lighten up on standardized tests. Let teachers have more discretion as to what to do in the classroom. Try to teach more social and emotional learning and life skills and things that would be relevant. Stop pretending that every kid's going to go to college, because they're not.
Exactly, yes.
Invest in technical and vocational apprenticeship, because those jobs are going to be here for a long time. Can you imagine what it would take to make a robot plumber?
So much.
It's definitely impossible. It's going to be a human plumber charging whatever he or she wants per month. So right now we're at 6% of high school students are technical or apprenticeship programs. In Germany, that's 59%. Isn't that goal? And you have millions of jobs that are going to go unfilled. So those are some of my plans for K through 12. I will say that, and you talked about the freedom dividend, 2/3 of kids' educational outcomes are determined by non-school factors. So that's stress in the household, income, parental time spent better chance to put kids in position to learn.
Yeah.
And then give teachers a better chance to teach. The last thing I'll say on the gun issue, which I have a lot of thoughts on, but I was notified that my 4-year-old school had its first active shooter drill a number of weeks ago. And those shooter drills have not been demonstrated to make our kids any safer, but they have been demonstrated to make people anxious, uncertain, stressful. So we should not make them mandatory at all. If anything, we should let the community elect whether it wants to have an active shooter drill. I would vote no, because to me, it's just engendering the sense of anxiety, and it has not been proven to save lives or make us any safer.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for teaching. What level is you teach? And then the veteran in the front.
I'll first say that I love the freedom dividend idea, but what I love the most about your candidacy is I believe that you see the big picture in a way that I don't think any other politician sees. That's why when you get asked a question off the cuff, other than that last big question I can tell in, but most of those off the cuff questions you don't stumble over or get because you have such a good idea of the big picture, and that's why one of the big reasons I support you as a candidate. My question would pertain to the debates and the wealth tax. So there's a couple of candidates that are strong proponents of a wealth tax. And I know that sometimes you have to have brevity in the debate, you only have a short time, but I've also seen you surgically eviscerate the wealth tax on Twitter. And on the debates that other countries have used it hasn't worked. What I would like to see is have you hit those bullet points, because then you basically have just destroyed the policy and in essence elevated yourself in front of the whole country. So I don't know if you would consider that.
I may. If it comes up again. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your service. The debates have been interesting for me because it was unnatural for me to cram things into 60 or 75 seconds. In that style. The wealth tax, I don't think would work. And I don't think it would work because other countries have tried it. It's very hard to measure wealth in some of these contexts. One of the jokes I almost told I did not tell was like, how much is your furniture worth? Like, no one knows. Like, you're going to put at least some Americans in a position where they're like, oh, this is worth that. Like, and the rich Americans have all sorts of weird stuff to value. It's one reason why it hasn't worked in other countries, because you put someone in that position and they just end up making stuff up, and you're like, that doesn't match up. To the bigger point as to making use of the debates, I have to say that the debates have been tremendous for us, even if I haven't got as much speaking time as some of the other candidates. And as the field gets smaller and smaller, by the numbers, I get more and more time. So this last time was our best debate yet in terms of the impact on people's perception of me, which was really heartwarming. So a couple of stats I'm just going to throw out to you all. 18% of college Republicans say they would support me over Donald Trump in the general election, and 10% of Trump voters overall in one poll said they would support me. Which makes me the strongest candidate to take on Donald Trump, because if I get 10% of Trump supporters and the Democrats, then we win. Right? What do you think? But another number that came out was that I'm among the least disappointing candidates. Which is a beautiful thing. Like, so not everyone's yang like some of you are, where you're like, let's do this. But 85% of Democrats were like, I like the yang fellow. I'd be perfectly happy with it. Which in some ways is actually a surer sign of our imminent success than anything else I've seen. So as a numbers guy, I was jumping for joy. I was like, because that 85% satisfaction on the nominee is just about as high as it gets. Like, I was like right neck and neck with number one, number two. I was number 3, and the number 1 was literally like 1 or 2% higher than me.
Yeah, the only one in the top 8 that no one even comes close to you in the top 8.
top tier, they're all a bit lower. You can imagine who was the lowest satisfaction level in that poll. And honestly, not that long ago, I was not well known enough to Democrats to have that kind of 85% approval rating. So as your president, I'm going to try and get there overall, 85%. Well, first, thank you for your service and thank all the veterans who are here. I have talked to hundreds, maybe thousands of veterans around the country. We need to do much, much more at every level. And to me, if we're spending $700 billion on our military-industrial complex a year, the least we can do is treat our veterans right when they come home. So the VA is one thing. And many veterans have said to me that they've got this crazy long waiting period to see the right person in the VA hospital facilities. So what I was suggesting was, first, we have to put more resources in the VA to get the wait times lower. But second, we should actually say, look, if the VA can't serve you in the right time frame, you can actually take this money and go see anybody in your vicinity. Because one other complaint veterans have expressed to me is sometimes they have to drive across state lines or hours and hours to go to the nearest VA. So if you've got these barriers towards getting the help or treatment you need, then we should just put the money in your hands and enable you to pursue it. I also want to legalize marijuana. I've talked to many veterans who said marijuana is a more effective means of pain relief than the other stuff that they have. I had a veteran tell me that psilocybin mushrooms was the only thing that worked for his PTSD when he got back from the war. And so I said that we should be making that available to veterans too. And for veterans who want to work, which is most all the veterans, we should have your military credentials translate to the civilian workforce.
Yes.
So they're doing work in the field for years, and they come back and they're like I've literally been driving a military transport for years, and I don't have a commercial driver's license. And things like that. So we just make it easier for vets to do what they want to do. And certainly, to me, duty begins when you enlist, and then it ends the day you die, like years and years after you come home. Like, I'd much rather take care of veterans than buy a new aircraft carrier, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He's recovering from shoulder surgery. All right, thank you all so much. We'd love to take selfies, meet you all. I think we've got some books for you all. Let's make history together in 2020.
Alright guys, so donate to Andrew Yang using the yanggame.com donation link. Donate to Andrew Yang using the yanggame.com donation link. We're trying to raise $100,000 for Andrew Yang. And here's the thing. Every $5,000 we raise, we're going to be giving away signed merch. And all you have to do to get it is follow the Zach and Matt Show on Twitter. And then as soon as we unlock a challenge, you get the merch. Just by answering the trivia question or the puzzle or whatever it is that we put up. So donate to Andrew Skang, Andrew Yang. You guys got to donate right now. $1, $5. We have to raise in total $3 million the whole campaign by the end of the quarter. And the only way it's going to happen is if people like me, people like you guys, people like everyone here in this room step up our game and donate and phone bank and donate and phone bank. So here's the thing I'm gonna do right now. If one of you donates $500 or more, I will try to get Andrew Yang to shout out your name on camera to the stream. That's the cost of a shout out. $500, and I will try my best to get Andrew to shout you out on stream. How close are we to the next donation goal? Let me check. We just got a $5 donation from William. Thank you, William C. Thank you. Zach and Matt's show, are they all Yang Gang? I'm not sure. We donate $5 times 100. Nah, I'm not tripping, bro. That's the cost. Look at all these people that are waiting in line to meet Andrew. For me to interrupt Andrew, you'll have to do a $500 donation. If you donate anything less than $500, you can get a shout out from me, though. I don't know if that's worth it. Thank you, Dino. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. We are currently at $15,723 donated through the yanggame.com donation link, which means we are less than $4,300 away from the next signed merch drop. Oh, did Andrew just look at the camera? I'm not sure. Oh, look at that dance. I can't believe. Will you guys donate for the dance? Donate for the dance. Thank you, Saming. I hope I said your name right. Saming, for the $10 donation to Andrew Yang through the yanggame.com donation link. All of the money goes directly to this guy right here. All the money goes directly to Andrew Yang through the link. It's simply just a referral link to let the campaign know that the donation came through our channel. And then they'll keep giving us access to, like, you guys missed it, but on yangstream.com, we've been live all day. Yangstream.com is a Twitch channel, and we filmed 2 events this morning. And the only reason we get access to them is because oh no, Will, it's the Yang Game. The Yang Game. The only reason we get access, really, is because we have to show that we provide a certain value. You know what I'm saying? Awesome, Amy Stacy, glad to hear it. Donate and Matt will dance. Deal. People mix us up so much, and now I'm mixing us up. But it's cool, though. What's your name? Udo. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
So travel all the way from Maryland?
Yep. Wow. Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it. Yeah, wouldn't miss it. You want to say hi to the stream? There's 900 people watching. All right. Hello. How'd you learn about Andrew Yang?
Just on the internet, on Twitter, on YouTube.
Twitter and YouTube, heck yeah. Nice to meet you, bro. Pretty sure Matt is a $2,800 max donor. No, I'm actually a $5,600 max donor. So I can't donate any more to the campaign, but what I can do is try to motivate you guys to donate to the campaign. So donate, 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 donate. Donate, 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 donate. Yang, gang, yang, gang, yang, gang, yang. Got it. Yang, gang. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan H. for the $5 donation to Andrew Yang through the yanggame.com donation link. Oh, it's a baby. It's a baby. Woo. With the Yang Gang pink hat. This guy streaming is the worst promoter ever. Well, I have raised $46,000 for the campaign, so. Haters gonna hate, but they can't stop me. Woo. Exactly, 302 Lalonde. Yeah, that's right. Flex, flex, flex. Thank you, Patrick, for the $5 donation. Thank you, Nelson, for the $100 donation to Andrew Yang. Nelson, if you end up being the highest donor during this whole stream, I'll give you I'll try to get Andrew to shout you out. Alright, I've now added Mr. Carrot King and Across Canada as moderators. So we have 2 new mods. Well, 3 new mods, including Will Lexham. Shout out to William Lexham, one of the hardest going members of the Yang Gang, representing the whole art movement. Elaine, is that you? Elaine, the Elaine that I've met before? Oh, okay. Well, hello, Elaine. The Elaine I have not met before. Thank you, Robert L., for the $25 donation to Andrew Yang through the yanggame.com donation link. That's okay, Darth Mole. Thank you so much for donating. Thank you, Anna L., for the $10 donation to Andrew Yang. Thank you, Harag, for the $50 donation to Andrew Yang. Let's go. Oops, I timed out the wrong person. Sorry. I didn't mean to time you out. Tony Russo, I timed you out on accident. My bad. Moto, I appreciate you spamming the donation link, but sometimes it gets to be too much. Thank you, Jill, for the $100 donation to Andrew Yang through the yanggame.com donation link. Let's go. Yep, the mayor here. David, you want to say? There's 800 people watching the stream.
Subscribe and like this channel. I watch it every day.
Awesome. How'd you learn about Andrew Yang?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I've asked 3 people so far, and they've all had the same answer
I
today.
might be like a big Joe Rogan viewer,
Yeah.
but it randomly popped up,
Yep.
and I was like, whatever, sure. I don't dislike Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So I clicked it, and by 10 minutes in, I was like, led to thousands of hours of viewing of
Heck
Andrew
yeah. Dude, that's how it was for Zach. I'm Matt.
Yeah.
And then Zach, he watched the Joe Rogan podcast. Within 5 minutes, he was like, this is my candidate.
It's hard to not vote for the smartest person that's ever been.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
He is a smart guy. Like,
No, I appreciate what you do. It means a lot to all of us.
Thanks for coming out, bro.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you, Patrick, for the $115 donation to Andrew Yang. Thank you, Kathy, for the $10 donation to Andrew Yang. Kathy F. Thank you, William L, for the $10 donation to Andrew Yang. Thank you, Wes, for the $2 donation to the Zach and Matt show. And thank you, Ronea, for the $5 donation to Andrew Yang. Yeah. Eric Sanchez there on the left just said it. Andrew Yang's the best. He's the best, so you gotta donate. Talk to the mayor? I don't see the mayor right now. Oh, there's our Boyd. That's our man. That's our man. Yo, initial reactions to meeting Andrew Yang.
Bro, shivers all around me. It's like an out-of-body experience.
Heck yeah. So what should people do who have not yet been to an Andrew Yang event and they want to come out to one?
Dude, go.
That's exactly it. Just go.
Yeah.
He came all the way from North Carolina.
Raleigh.
North Carolina. I came all the way here from Maryland. Andrew came all the way here from New York City. It's worth it. So people are here from like Wilmington, all sorts of stuff. But
All over the place.
you headed home?
Probably gonna get something to eat and then go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I got to do after this. Eat something.
Yeah, get freaking starving.
He has an event at 6, but that one's like closed, so that's like very, very private.
Really?
Yeah. So
Like what kind of people?
I'm not sure what it says house meeting. I think it's like at someone's home. But
Oh,
then-
yeah, I see.
So I won't be able to stream that, but we'll have another event at 8. If I can get the address for it.
Dude, that's wild. You're dedicated, man. I respect that.
Thanks, man. You too.
Thank you.
Good. How are you? So,
the weather.
Yeah. I noticed the last event, every time there'd be the background noise in that back room, they're just like right up and at it.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone can hear.
Job description. Gotta make sure your viewers have supreme
I
quality.
know, I appreciate it. The people in the room appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, Yoseo, for the $5 donation to Andrew Yang. Let's go. Hi, Joe Biden's golden leg hair. Thank you so much, Carrot King. Really appreciate you. Thank you, Matthew M, for the $10 donation. Thank you, Sam, for the $100 donation. Let's go. There's like 800 people watching.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yo.
Gang, gang.
Wait, no, don't be shy,
What did I say?
So how'd you learn about Andrew Yang?
I learned about him through there was this Snapchat article about him giving like $1,000.
Snapchat?
And I was like, that's crazy. So I looked it up and everything, and I found out it's because of his donation and how it became for him. And it started to make sense. So yeah.
Yeah.
I really
And
think
what'd you think of the event and meeting Andrew?
I thought it was really good. He's a really good speaker. He's really funny. And he's a cool person.
Awesome. It's nice to meet you, dude. Yeah, you learned about Andrew Yang through Snapchat. That's crazy. Snapchat. Thank you, Bryson H, for the $8 donation to Andrew Yang. Thank you, T. Nugayan, for the $50 donation. Guys, she watches the channel. I think her name's Christina. I've asked her name now twice, and I forgot again. Shoot. Who has given the most money for Andrew Yang? So far it is... So far, the highest donation is Patrick at $115. So Patrick, if you're still the highest donation by the end of this selfie line here, when I go in for my opportunity, I'll try to get you a shout out. You can't raise my mother's rent because she doesn't rent. She bought. Sorry. Yep, $116 gets you the shout out. $116 gets you the shout out. Thank you, Brian N., for the $10 donation to Andrew Yang. They're having technical difficulties on the next selfie. All right, everyone in the chat right now, hashtag Yang Beach Trump, hashtag Yang Beach Trump, hashtag Yang Beach Trump, hashtag Yang Beach Trump. Thank you, Hyun, for the $20 donation to the Zach and Matt show. Really appreciate it. Yang Beach Trump. Yang Beach Trump. Yeah, that's right. So for all you Trumpers in the chat, watch out, because this man is going to destroy Trump. Thank you, Robert B., for the $50 donation to Andrew Yang through the Yang Game Act Blue link. All right, we're now at we've raised now $17,000 through the yanggame.com ActBlue donation link. Darn. Andrew went to the bathroom. I'll have to wait till he gets out. Oh, Andrew's out of the bathroom. All right, let me go try to bother him. Andrew, would you sign some more pieces? Sure, man. And then I was wondering if you could give a shout out to Deborah, who just donated $150. Sure. All right. Appreciate it. Let's see what color you want. I think black. Yeah, these shirts are the 6th. Everyone can learn about it. Yeah.
Thank you to who, Jeff?
Yep. Or no.
That's this? Yep. Let me know when.
You're good.
Hi, Darla. Thank you so much for the incredible contribution. It means a lot. You're here with us in spirit, campaigning in South Carolina. Really appreciate your support. It's going to make it possible for us to make history in 2020. Thanks, Darla. I'll see you on the trail.
Thank you so much. Oh, wow. The donations are popping in. All right, and with that, we're gonna wrap up the stream. So we'll see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys rock. Thank you so much for watching the stream. We're here with Andrew Yang in Sellers, South Carolina. If you would like to keep following along the trip, head over to yangstream.com. That is where the live stream will be continuing on yangstream.com. Yangstream.com. Okay.